We don't serve people like you. March 15th, 2024, 11:15 a.m. Jasmine Williams stands frozen outside a Gulfstream G650 at Teterboro Airport, New Jersey. Her sister Nicole grips her arm. They're dressed in Chanel. They hold premium tickets, $90,000 for round-trip service. Charlotte Hughes, blonde, navy blazer, gold badge reading Senior Manager, blocks the aircraft stairs. This flight is for special clientele. Jasmine's voice stays calm. We are special clientele. Aero Elite Prime members. She shows her phone. Confirmation from the CEO's office. Charlotte barely glances. The CEO doesn't decide who boards my aircraft. Nicole checks her watch. 20 minutes until takeoff. A meeting in Manhattan she cannot miss. Jasmine's phone buzzes. A text. Call me when you land. Proud of you both. Dad. She looks up at the plane's tail. The logo. A stylized S. Something about it feels familiar. 36 hours earlier. London. The boardroom of Caldwell and Associates overlooks the Thames. Jasmine closes her laptop. Across the table, Nicole rolls up architectural blueprints. Done, Jasmine says. The M&A is signed. Nicole exhales. 3 months of work. Finally, their client, a tech startup founder, shakes their hands. You two are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Outside, rain streaks the windows. Jasmine checks her phone. An email notification. From Office of the CEO, Skybridge Aviation. Subject, Aero Elite Prime. Confirmation for Williams, J and Williams, N. Booking code, AE Prime 2847. She shows Nicole. Our flight home is confirmed. Nicole grins. Premium service, no more 7-hour stares from strangers. Jasmine remembers the last commercial flight, the way passengers looked at them, the way the flight attendant asked 3 times if they were in the right seats. Dad always says, dignity isn't negotiable. We pay for respect. Nicole nods. Speaking of Dad, did he ever tell you what he did before he retired? Something in aviation. He knows the systems inside out. Jasmine scrolls through the email. The CEO's signature at the bottom, J.T. Williams. She pauses. Same last name. Nicole laughs. There are thousands of Williamses. Probably coincidence. Jasmine doesn't think about it further. She opens the attachment. The contract details. Aero Elite Platinum membership. $500,000 annually. Access to private terminals. Dedicated concierge. No questions asked. This is what success looks like, Nicole says quietly. But there's something else in her voice. A question she doesn't ask aloud. Do we really belong in these spaces? Jasmine hears it anyway. She squeezes her sister's hand. We earned this. Every dollar. March 15th. Morning. They land at Teterboro just after 10 a.m. The signature flight support terminal is glass and marble. Silent. Exclusive. Other travelers move through the space. Rolex watches. Hermes bags. Confidence. And something else Jasmine notices. The assumption that they belong here. No one looks twice at anyone, except when Jasmine and Nicole walk in. A man in a gray suit glances up. His eyes linger. He whispers something to his companion. Nicole's grip tightens on her carry-on. You feel that? Ignore it, Jasmine says. But her jaw clenches. They approach the check-in desk. A young woman, name tag reads Emily Davis, looks up. Good morning. Checking in for the 11:30 flight to Westchester? Jasmine nods. Aero Elite Prime. Booking code AE Prime 2847. Emily types. Her screen flickers. She frowns, types again. 1 moment, please. Jasmine's phone buzzes. Another text from Dad. Where are you? Call me now. She types back, at Teterboro, about to board. Call you when we land. Emily looks up. Your flight is boarding at Gate 3. Through those doors. Nicole exhales relief. They walk toward the glass doors leading to the tarmac. Through the window, Jasmine sees it. The Gulfstream G650, tail number N7852, white fuselage, and on the side, near the nose, a logo, a stylized S, elegant, swooping, almost like handwriting. Jasmine's father signs his letters with that same flourish, a habit from his years in the military. She shakes her head, stops seeing patterns everywhere. But as they push through the doors into morning sun, her phone buzzes again. Dad's third call. She silences it and steps toward the plane. The tarmac smells like jet fuel and money. Skybridge Aviation, founded 2009, 120 aircraft, 15,000 flights annually, the gold standard for private aviation on the East Coast. Their Aero Elite Prime service? Invitation only. 200 members worldwide. Fees start at $500,000. Go up to $2 million for the platinum tier. Jasmine and Nicole qualified last year, after Jasmine's firm closed a 9-figure deal. After Nicole won an International Design Award, they earned their place, or so they thought. Nicole looks at the planes lined up like sleeping giants. Remember when we flew coach to Chicago? That woman asked if we were sure we could afford first class. I remember. She didn't ask anyone else. Jasmine's hands curl into fists, then relax. That's why we're here now. Private terminals, no questions, no stares. Dad would be proud. He is proud. Jasmine thinks about her father's voice, the way he taught them to walk into any room with their heads high. They'll try to make you small, he used to say. Never accept less than you've earned. He worked in aviation for 30 years, started as ground crew, worked his way up. He understood systems, hierarchies, the unspoken rules that keep certain people in and certain people out. He taught Jasmine to fight those rules, quietly, strategically. He told me something once, Nicole says. He said the aviation industry is built on trust. But trust is selective. It goes to people who look like they belong. What did he mean? Nicole shrugs. I didn't ask. Around them, other travelers board their planes, a family in tennis whites, a businessman shouting into his phone about quarterly projections, a woman in sunglasses walking a small dog. None of them are stopped. None of them are questioned. Jasmine watches a couple board a Citation X. The crew greets them by name, smiles, takes their bags without checking documentation. That's what we paid for, she whispers. That ease. Nicole checks her watch. We have 22 minutes. If we miss this flight, I miss the meeting. And if I miss the meeting, you won't. They approach the Gulfstream stairs. Charlotte Hughes stands at the top, arms crossed, face cold. And Jasmine feels it immediately, that shift in the air, the moment when someone decides you don't belong, before you've even spoken. Charlotte Hughes doesn't move. She stands at the top of the stairs, navy blazer perfectly pressed, gold badge catching sunlight. Her expression is neutral, professional, but her eyes say everything. Jasmine climbs the first step. Good morning. We're checking in for the 11:30 service. Charlotte's gaze travels from Jasmine's face to her shoes. Slow, deliberate. Names? Jasmine and Nicole Williams. Charlotte pulls out a tablet, taps the screen. Her lips purse. I don't see you on the manifest. Nicole steps forward. We have confirmation. Aero Elite Prime members. Booking code AE Prime 2847. Let me see. Jasmine hands her phone over. The email is right there. CEO's office, digital signature. Timestamp, March 1st, 2024. Charlotte glances at it, hands it back. This doesn't match our system. What do you mean? Our system shows no active booking under that code. Jasmine's pulse quickens. Stay calm. Can you check again? Maybe there's a sync issue. Charlotte taps her tablet. Waits. No. Nothing. That's impossible. We received confirmation 3 days ago. Confirmation emails can be mistaken. The word hangs in the air. Mistaken. Nicole's voice sharpens. We paid $90,000 for this round trip. London to Teterboro to Westchester. The payment cleared. Charlotte's smile is thin. I'm sure it did. But payment doesn't guarantee boarding. We have protocols. What protocols? Section 7.3 of our service agreement. Skybridge reserves the right to refuse service if documentation is incomplete. Jasmine keeps her voice level. Our documentation is complete. CEO, signature, booking code, payment confirmation. What else do you need? Charlotte tilts her head. I need verification from my supervisor, not an email that could be generated. Nicole's breath catches. Are you saying we faked this? I'm saying I need to verify. Charlotte steps aside. Please wait in the lounge. This will take 24 to 48 hours. The flight leaves in 18 minutes. That's unfortunate. Jasmine feels heat rising in her chest. She forces it down. Can you call the CEO's office right now? They'll confirm. Charlotte's expression doesn't change. The CEO is in meetings. He doesn't handle these issues. These issues. The words are careful, polite, but the meaning underneath is clear. Jasmine's hands tighten on her bag. What issues are those? Charlotte doesn't answer. She looks past them, at the tarmac, at nothing. Behind her, inside the cabin, a figure moves. The pilot, tall, mid-30s. He steps to the doorway. His name tag reads Tyler Morgan. He looks at Jasmine and Nicole, then at Charlotte. His jaw tightens. Ma'am, he says quietly. Is there a problem? No problem, Tyler. Just verifying credentials. I saw the flight manifest this morning. Code AE Prime 2847 was flagged as priority. Charlotte's eyes flash. That's above your clearance. I'm the pilot. I check every passenger list. Then you saw the system error. These passengers aren't verified. Tyler hesitates. Jasmine sees it. The moment he chooses between speaking up and keeping his job. He steps back into the cabin. Silence. Nicole's voice cracks. This is insane. We have every document, every proof. What do you want from us? Charlotte finally looks directly at her. I want you to understand that Skybridge serves a particular clientele. We have standards. We have expectations. And we don't meet them? I didn't say that. You didn't have to. Jasmine pulls her sister back gently. She looks at Charlotte, keeps her voice cold, professional. I want to speak with your supervisor. I am the supervisor on duty. Then I want the regional manager. Charlotte sighs, as if this is all very tedious. Fine. Wait in the VIP lounge. I'll make a call. She gestures toward the terminal building. A glass structure 50 yards away. Jasmine doesn't move. We'll wait here. The lounge is more comfortable. We'll wait here. For 5 seconds, neither woman blinks. Then Charlotte's tablet buzzes. She glances at the screen. Her expression shifts, just slightly. Excuse me. She turns, walks into the cabin. The door closes behind her. Jasmine and Nicole stand alone on the stairs. The engine hums. Warm air ripples over the tarmac. Nicole's hands shake. Jazz, what's happening? I don't know. She doesn't believe us. I know. She thinks we're... Nicole can't finish the sentence. Jasmine's phone buzzes. She looks down. Dad. 4 missed calls. She almost presses dial, then stops. What would she say? We're being humiliated in front of your old industry? Number. She'll handle this, the way he taught her, with documents, with calm, with refusal to back down. The cabin door opens. Charlotte reappears. Behind her, a man in a gray suit, older, 55 maybe. His badge reads, Gregory Foster, Director of Operations. Miss Williams. His voice is warm, sympathetic. I understand there's been some confusion. Let's step inside and sort this out. Relief floods Nicole's face. Jasmine feels it too. Finally. Someone reasonable. She doesn't see Charlotte's small smile. She doesn't see Gregory's eyes flick to the tablet in his hand. She doesn't see the message on the screen. Handle this quietly. No escalation. She just follows him into the terminal, toward the VIP lounge, away from the plane. The VIP lounge is all leather and silence. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the tarmac. Jasmine watches their plane, the Gulfstream. Still there, door closed, engines idling. Gregory Foster gestures to two chairs. Please, sit. They sit. He pulls up a third chair, crosses his legs. His smile is practiced, kind. I apologize for the confusion. Charlotte is thorough, sometimes too thorough. She accused us of forging documents, Nicole says. I'm sure she didn't mean... She did. Gregory's smile tightens. Let me look at your confirmation. Jasmine hands over her phone. He studies the screen. Scrolls. His finger pauses on the CEO's signature. J.T. Williams, he murmurs. Is there a problem? No problem. But his eyes don't leave the name. It's just, the CEO signs hundreds of contracts. Sometimes the system doesn't sync properly. So it's a technical issue? Possibly. Then fix it. Gregory sets the phone down. It's not that simple. We have protocols for security, for liability. What does that mean? He stands, walks to a desk in the corner, returns with a printed document, sets it in front of them. Skybridge Aviation, Service Agreement. Section 7.3, Right to Refuse Service. Jasmine reads aloud. Skybridge reserves the right to refuse service if documentation is deemed incomplete or inconsistent with company records. Exactly. Our documentation isn't incomplete. According to Charlotte's assessment, it requires additional verification. Nicole leans forward. How long? 24 to 48 hours. Our flight leaves in 15 minutes. Gregory's expression softens, sympathetic. I understand this is frustrating, but safety and protocol must come first. Jasmine's voice hardens. Don't hide behind protocol. Our documents are valid. You're choosing not to honor them. Ms. Williams. No. She stands. Show me the system error. Show me where it says our booking is invalid. Gregory hesitates. Then he pulls out his tablet, taps the screen, turns it toward them. Membership verification. Code AE, Prime 2847. Status pending review. See? Pending. Why is it pending? The system flagged it for manual review. Why? I don't know. These things happen. Jasmine stares at the screen. Something is wrong. The code is there, the booking is there, but the status, it's deliberate. Someone changed it. Who flagged it? The system is automated. No. Someone made a decision. Who? Gregory's jaw tightens. I don't have access to that information. Then find someone who does. He doesn't move. Outside the window, the Gulfstream's stairs retract. The door seals. Nicole gasps. They're leaving. No. Jasmine runs to the window. The plane begins to taxi. Gregory's voice is calm behind her. There are other flights. We'll arrange something. Jasmine spins. We don't want other flights. We want the flight we paid for. I understand, but stop saying you understand. You don't. Silence. Gregory adjusts his tie. Miss Williams, I'm trying to help. Are you? Yes. Then why are you keeping us here while our plane leaves? Because the situation requires resolution, and resolution takes time. Nicole's voice shakes. My meeting is at 2 p.m. If I don't make it, I'll personally arrange a car service, black car, no charge. I don't want a car. I want what I paid for. Gregory sighs, long, tired. Sometimes flexibility is necessary. For whom? For everyone. Jasmine feels it then. The full weight of the wall in front of them. Polite, professional, immovable. She pulls out her phone. I'm calling the CEO's office directly. Gregory's hand shoots out, not touching her, just blocking. That won't be necessary. Yes, it will. Miss Williams, please, let me handle this. You're not handling it. You're stalling. His expression changes. The warmth drains. I'm following procedure. Your procedure is discriminatory. The word lands like a stone. Gregory's face goes blank. That's a serious accusation. It's a serious situation. We do not discriminate. Skybridge has policies. Clear policies. Policies you're misapplying. I'm applying them correctly. Then explain why every other passenger boarded without verification. Explain why no one else is in this lounge. Gregory stands. Every passenger is different. How? He doesn't answer. Jasmine's phone buzzes. She glances down. A new message, from a number she doesn't recognize. Ms. Williams, this is Brian Mitchell, IT support. I saw your booking code. A E'2847 is CEO tier, highest priority. Someone manually changed the status. I don't know who. But it wasn't a system error. Her breath stops. She shows Nicole. Nicole's eyes widen. Jasmine looks up at Gregory. Someone sabotaged our booking. That's impossible. I have proof. She turns the phone toward him. He reads. His face pales. Where did you get this? Does it matter? That's internal communication. Confidential. So it's true. Gregory's mouth opens, closes. He reaches for his own phone. I need to make a call. To whom? My supervisor. Do it here. This requires privacy. No. Do it here. Now. His hand shakes slightly as he dials. He puts the phone to his ear. Waits. Sir, Gregory Foster. We have a situation. 2 passengers. Code AE Prime 2847. Pause. His face changes. Yes, sir, I understand. But there's been... Pause. Longer this time. Sir, they're claiming discrimination. The voice on the other end gets louder. Jasmine can't make out words, but the tone is clear, angry. Gregory's hand drops. He's on his way. Who? The CEO. Nicole grabs Jasmine's arm. Did he just say... Yes. Gregory looks at them differently now. There's fear in his eyes. How do you know the CEO? Jasmine doesn't answer. Her phone rings. Dad. She answers. Hi. Where are you? His voice is tight, controlled, furious. Teterboro, VIP lounge. Are you on the plane? No. Why not? She looks at Gregory, at Charlotte, who's appeared in the doorway, at the window where their plane is now a distant dot on the runway. They wouldn't let us board. Silence. Then, I'm 12 minutes away. Don't move. The line goes dead. Jasmine lowers the phone. Charlotte steps forward. Who was that? My father. And? Jasmine's smile is cold, small. He's coming. Gregory's phone buzzes. He looks at the screen. His face drains of color. What is it? Charlotte asks. He doesn't answer, just stares. Jasmine watches him, watches the calculation behind his eyes, the moment someone decides how much truth they can afford. He clears his throat. There's been a misunderstanding. Obviously, Nicole says. I mean from our end. The CEO's office did issue your booking. Code AE Prime 2847 is legitimate. Jasmine's shoulders drop slightly. Finally. So we can board? Your original flight has departed. Then the next one. Gregory slides his phone into his pocket. Of course. We'll arrange something immediately. First class on a partner airline. Complimentary. Our apologies for the inconvenience. We don't want a partner airline. We want Skybridge. I understand, but the next Skybridge flight to Westchester isn't until 6 p.m. Nicole checks her watch. That's too late, which is why I'm offering the alternative. A commercial flight. Leaves in 90 minutes. You'll make your meeting. Jasmine studies his face. The smile is back. Warm. Reassuring. But something underneath it is wrong. Why can't you put us on another Skybridge plane? She asks. They're all booked. All of them? It's a busy day. Charlotte steps forward. Mr. Foster is being generous. Most clients would be grateful for ... We're not most clients, Jasmine cuts in. We're platinum members, which means priority rebooking on any available aircraft. Gregory's smile falters. That's technically correct. But in practice, you're trying to get rid of us. Silence. Nicole's voice is quiet. Jazz, maybe we should just take the commercial flight. No. My meeting. I know. Jasmine doesn't look away from Gregory. But if we leave now, nothing changes. They'll do this to the next person. And the next. Gregory holds up his hands. Miss Williams, I assure you, this was an isolated incident. A technical glitch. Brian said it was manual. His jaw tightens. Brian doesn't have full system access. He misunderstood. Did he? Yes. Jasmine's phone buzzes. Another text from the unknown number. They're lying. I have the access logs. Someone with director-level clearance changed your status at 10:47 a.m., 28 minutes before you arrived. She turns the phone toward Gregory. He reads. His face goes rigid. Where are you getting this information? Does it matter? Yes. That's a breach of internal security. And changing our booking status isn't? Gregory's voice hardens. You're making this very difficult. We're asking for what we paid for. And I'm offering you a solution. Your solution is to make us someone else's problem. His phone rings. He looks at the screen. His face changes again. CEO office. Incoming call. He doesn't answer. It rings and rings. Charlotte whispers, Sir, you have to. I know. He silences the phone. Jasmine feels ice in her chest. You just ignored a call from the CEO. He'll call back. Why would you do that? Gregory meets her eyes. For the first time, the mask drops. Because some conversations are easier to have in person. What does that mean? He doesn't answer, just walks to the door, opens it. Ladies, I strongly suggest you take the commercial option, for your own benefit. Is that a threat? It's advice. Nicole stands. Jasmine, please, let's just go. No. You're making this worse. I'm making this visible. Gregory sighs. Miss Williams, I've been in this industry 20 years. I've seen situations like this before. They don't end the way you think. How do they end? With lawyers. With bad press. With companies protecting themselves. He steps closer. His voice drops. I'm trying to help you avoid that. By making us disappear? By offering you a dignified exit. Jasmine laughs, sharp, bitter. Dignified. Yes. There's nothing dignified about being pushed out a back door. Better than being escorted out the front. The words hang there. Nicole's breath catches. Charlotte shifts uncomfortably. Gregory doesn't blink. Jasmine's phone rings. Dad, she answers, puts it on speaker. Where are you now? His voice is low. Dangerous. Still in the lounge. They're trying to put us on a commercial flight. Who's they? Gregory Foster, Director of Operations. Pause. Put him on. Gregory's face goes white. Jasmine holds out the phone. He wants to talk to you. Gregory doesn't move. Take it, Charlotte whispers. He reaches out, takes the phone, brings it to his ear. Hello, sir. Gregory Foster. I can explain. He stops, listens. His hand starts to shake. Sir, I didn't know. I was told there was a flag in the system. I was following. He stops again. Yes, sir. I understand. Yes. Right away. He lowers the phone, hands it back to Jasmine. His voice is hollow. He's here. Where? Pulling into the terminal now. Nicole grips Jasmine's hand. Who is he? Jasmine looks at her sister. Dad. I know. But why is Gregory so... The door opens. A man walks in. 58 years old. Black, tall, gray suit, perfectly tailored. Gold pin on his lapel. Founder. Behind him, 3 people. A woman in a blazer, 2 men in dark suits. The woman carries a laptop. The men carry briefcases. James Thomas Williams stops in the center of the room. His eyes find his daughter's first. Are you hurt? No, Jasmine says. Good. He turns to Gregory. You. Explain. But Gregory doesn't get the chance. Charlotte steps forward. Mr. Williams, sir, there's been a procedural issue. Nothing serious. We were just about to resolve. I didn't ask you. James's voice is ice. Gregory. Talk. Gregory's mouth opens. Nothing comes out. The woman with the laptop, her badge reads Linda Carter, CFO, speaks quietly. Sir, before he answers, you should see this. She opens the laptop, turns it toward James. He reads. His jaw clenches. Access log, Linda says. 10:47 a.m. Booking code AE Prime 2847. Status changed from active to pending review. Authorization code G Foster 2847. Gregory's face crumbles. I can explain. Don't. James closes the laptop. Not yet. He walks past Gregory, past Charlotte, stands in front of his daughters. Are you okay? Jasmine nods. We're fine. Did anyone threaten you? Not directly. Did anyone make you feel unsafe? Nicole's voice cracks. They made us feel like we didn't belong. James closes his eyes. Just for a second. When he opens them, there's something raw there. Pain. Fury. I'm sorry, he says quietly. I built this company. I wrote the policies, and somehow... He looks back at Gregory and Charlotte. Somehow my own system failed you. Dad, no. Let me finish. He turns to Gregory. You had a booking, confirmed by my office, signed by me, and you flagged it. Sir, the system... Don't lie to me. Linda just showed me the access log. You did it manually, 28 minutes before my daughters arrived. His voice gets quieter, more dangerous. Why? Gregory's shoulders sag. I received a complaint. From whom? A Platinum member. He was scheduled on the same flight. He saw the passenger manifest. He expressed concerns about the demographic composition of the aircraft. Silence. Nicole's breath stops. Jasmine feels the room tilt. James's voice is deadly calm. And you accommodated him. I thought I was trying to avoid conflict. By removing my daughters? I didn't know they were your daughters. Would it have mattered? Gregory doesn't answer. James steps closer. Let me be very clear. You didn't flag their booking because of a system error. You didn't flag it because of incomplete documentation. You flagged it because a racist client didn't want to share a plane with black women, and you chose his comfort over their rights. Sir, I made a mistake. You made a choice. Charlotte's voice shakes. Mr. Williams, I didn't know. Gregory told me there was a verification issue. I was just following his instructions. Were you? James looks at her. Or were you also uncomfortable? Did you also think they didn't belong? No, I mean, you called my office these issues. You told my daughters the CEO doesn't handle these issues. What issues, Charlotte? She can't answer. James pulls out his phone. Dials. Security! I need 2 officers at the VIP lounge, immediately. Gregory's face goes white. Sir, please, I have a family, 20 years with this company, and in 20 years, you never thought to question why your instinct was to remove 2 qualified passengers because of their skin color? It wasn't about that. Then what was it about? Silence. The door opens. 2 security officers enter. Officer Davis and Officer Martinez. Davis looks at James. Sir? Escort Mr. Foster and Miss Hughes off the property. Effective immediately, their access is revoked. Charlotte gasps. You're firing us? I'm removing you pending investigation. You can't do this. I own this company. I can do anything I want. Gregory's voice breaks. Sir, please, I'm sorry. I'll apologize. I'll do whatever. You'll leave. Officer Davis steps forward. Mr. Foster, Miss Hughes, please come with us. Charlotte looks at Jasmine and Nicole. I didn't mean... I'm sorry, I really am. Nicole turns away. Charlotte's eyes fill with tears, but she follows Officer Martinez toward the door. Gregory doesn't move. James, we worked together for 15 years, and I trusted you. With my company, with my reputation, with my daughters. I made a mistake. You made it easy for someone to be cruel. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. James nods to Officer Davis. Get him out. Davis takes Gregory's arm, gentle but firm. As they leave, Gregory looks back. I really didn't know. You should have, James says. That's the whole point. The door closes. The room is silent. Linda closes her laptop. Sir, do you want me to call legal? Yes. Full audit. Every booking decision Gregory made in the last 18 months. I want to know how many other people he removed because they didn't fit his idea of clientele. Understood. James looks at his daughters. I need to make some calls. But first, are you sure you're okay? Jasmine's eyes burn. We're okay. I'm so sorry. You didn't do this. I built the system that allowed it. He pulls them both into a hug. Brief, tight. I'll fix it. I promise. James steps out onto the tarmac. The sun is high now. Noon heat ripples off the asphalt. He dials. The call connects immediately. Linda, I need the full board on a call in 10 minutes. All of them? Every regional director, every operations manager, everyone with decision-making authority over passenger services. Sir, that's 43 people. I don't care if it's 100. Get them on the line. Pause. What do I tell them? Tell them it's Protocol Alpha. Silence on the other end. Sir, are you sure? Protocol Alpha hasn't been activated since I founded the company. I know. His voice is steel. Activate it. Understood. He hangs up. Dials again. This time a law firm. This is James Williams. I need David Reynolds. Now. A click. James, what's wrong? I need you at Teterboro in 15 minutes. Bring the employment contracts. Bring the service agreement templates. And bring someone who specializes in civil rights litigation. Jesus, what happened? I'll explain when you get here. Just move. He hangs up. Inside the lounge, through the glass, he can see his daughters. Jasmine is talking to Nicole. Calm, controlled, the way he taught her. But he knows what it costs to stay calm when the world treats you like you're less. He knows because he lived it. 30 years ago, he was ground crew, loading bags, fueling planes, watching rich passengers walk past him without a glance. He worked his way up, saved every dollar, bought his first aircraft in 2009, built Skybridge from nothing, and he built it with one rule. Everyone deserves dignity. Somewhere along the way, that rule broke. He failed to see it. Or maybe he didn't want to see it. His phone rings. Linda. Board call is ready. Everyone's on. Good. He walks back inside, past his daughters, into a private conference room, closes the door. He presses speaker. This is James Williams. If you're on this call, you have authority over passenger operations. And if you're on this call, you need to listen very carefully. Silence. 20 minutes ago, my daughters were denied boarding on a Skybridge flight. Not because of safety, not because of documentation, but because a platinum member complained about their race, and one of our directors accommodated that complaint. Someone starts to speak. Sir, I'm not finished. Gregory Foster manually changed their booking status. Charlotte Hughes refused them boarding. And both of them made my daughters feel like they didn't belong on an aircraft I own. 43 people listening. No one breathes. So here's what's going to happen. I'm activating Protocol Alpha. Effective immediately, Gregory Foster and Charlotte Hughes are terminated. Every director on this call will submit a full report of every passenger denial in the last 18 months, every single one. And if I find even one case that smells like discrimination, you're next. A voice, shaky. Sir, that's a massive undertaking. I don't care. Start now. But this company was built on respect, and we forgot that. So we're going to remember. Or we're going to shut down. He ends the call, sits in silence. Then he opens the door. His daughters are waiting. Let's go home, he says. They don't go home. Not yet. James leads them back to the main terminal, to his office, 5th floor, corner suite overlooking the entire Teterboro operation. Through the windows they can see everything. Planes taxiing, crews loading luggage, passengers boarding, the machine he built. Linda is already there. David Reynolds, the lawyer, arrives 3 minutes later. Behind him, 2 associates with briefcases. Talk to me, David says. James lays it out. Every detail. The booking change, the complaint, Gregory's confession, Charlotte's complicity. David takes notes, asks questions. His face gets harder with each answer. You have documentation? Every byte. Linda opens her laptop. Access logs, email threads, the original complaint from the Platinum member. She pauses. His name is Richard Patterson. Oil executive, member since 2019. Pull his membership, James says. Sir, he's worth... I don't care what he's worth. He's the reason this happened. Revoke his access, refund his fees, ban him permanently. Linda types. Done. David looks at Jasmine and Nicole. Are you two willing to make a statement? Official record? Jasmine glances at her father. He nods. Yes, she says. Good. We'll need detailed accounts, timeline, exact quotes, everything you remember. Nicole's voice is quiet. Will this go public? Probably. If someone leaks it. Or if we decide transparency is the right move. James sits on the edge of his desk. I want transparency, full disclosure. We're going to publish an internal audit. We're going to show every case where someone was denied service, and we're going to show what we did wrong. David frowns. That's risky. You're opening yourself up to lawsuits, bad press. I know. You could lose clients. Then I lose clients. James looks at his daughters. I'm not covering this up. Not for money, not for reputation. Linda clears her throat. Sir, the board is asking for a follow-up meeting. They want to discuss damage control. Tell them there is no damage control. There's only accountability. They're concerned about stock value, about investor confidence. Skybridge is privately held. I own 80%. The board advises. They don't decide. He stands. Set up a company-wide meeting. Tomorrow morning. Every employee, from pilots to ground crew. I'm going to explain what happened and what's going to change. David closes his notebook. James, I've known you 15 years. This is the right thing to do, but it's going to hurt. Good. It should hurt. Maybe then we'll remember. A knock on the door. Emily Davis steps in. The flight attendant from earlier. Her eyes are red. Mr. Williams, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I heard what happened, and I need to say something. James nods. Go ahead. I was on that flight, the one your daughters were supposed to board, and I saw Charlotte turn them away. I heard what she said. Her voice breaks. And I didn't do anything. I stood there. I watched. Because I was scared. Scared of what? Losing my job. Charlotte always said if we questioned her decisions, we'd be out. So I stayed quiet. Tears streamed down her face. I'm so sorry. I should have said something. I should have... Emily. James's voice is gentle. Do you want to keep working here? She nods. Yes, sir, but I understand if you fire me. I'm not firing you. But you're going to do something for me. Anything. You're going to join a new program. Unconscious bias training. Bystander intervention. You're going to learn how to speak up, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. She wipes her eyes. I will. I promise. And one more thing. You're going to help design the program, because you know what it feels like to be afraid. And we need people who understand that fear to help others overcome it. Emily's breath catches. You trust me to do that? You came here. You told the truth. That takes courage. He looks at Jasmine and Nicole. Do you two accept her apology? Jasmine studies Emily. The woman is trembling, ashamed, but honest. I accept, Jasmine says quietly. But next time, don't wait. Silence protects the wrong people. Emily nods. I won't. I swear. Nicole adds, and don't just speak up for us. Speak up for everyone, even when we're not in the room. I will. James walks to the window. Below, he sees Tyler Morgan walking toward his next flight, the pilot who tried to speak up. Linda, promote Tyler Morgan to lead pilot, effective immediately. Sir, he's only been with us 3 years, and he had the integrity to question authority. That's what I need. He turns back to the room. Protocol Alpha isn't just about firing people, it's about rebuilding. We're going to create systems, real systems, so this never happens again. David stands. I'll draft the policies. No, we'll draft them together. Me, Linda, Emily, Tyler, and my daughters. Jasmine blinks. Dad, you lived it. You know what's broken. I need you to help fix it. She looks at Nicole. Her sister nods. Okay, Jasmine says. We'll help. James smiles, tired, sad, but determined. Then let's get to work. The company-wide meeting happens at 8 a.m. the next morning. Every Skybridge employee, pilots, flight attendants, ground crew, maintenance, operations, 320 people in the main hangar. James stands on a platform. No podium, no notes, just him. Yesterday, he begins, my daughters were denied boarding on one of our aircraft. Not because they lacked credentials, not because of safety concerns, but because someone decided they didn't look like they belonged. The hangar is silent. Gregory Foster made that decision. Charlotte Hughes enforced it. And a platinum member named Richard Patterson requested it. All 3 of them are gone, permanently. Murmurs ripple through the crowd. But this isn't about 3 people. It's about a system that allowed them to act that way. And I built that system, which means I failed you. I failed our clients, and I failed the values I claimed this company stood for. He pauses, looks across the faces. So we're going to fix it. Starting today, every employee will complete unconscious bias training. Mandatory, no exceptions. We're launching an anonymous reporting system. If you see discrimination, you report it. No retaliation. I'm putting that in writing. Linda steps forward, hands him a document. This is the new Skybridge Equity Protocol. Every passenger denial must be documented. Reason, evidence, supervisor approval, and every quarter, an external firm will audit those decisions. A hand goes up. A young man. Maintenance crew. Sir, what if we make a mistake? What if we don't realize we're being biased? James nods. Then you learn. Mistakes are different from choices. Gregory made a choice. Charlotte made a choice. If you make a mistake, we'll train you. We'll support you. But if you make a choice to harm someone, you're done. Another hand. A flight attendant. What about passengers who complain? What if they're the ones being racist? We remove them. Not the target of their racism. The attendant smiles. Relief. Tyler Morgan stands. Sir, I tried to speak up yesterday. Charlotte told me to stay quiet. I listened. I should have pushed harder. You spoke up. That matters. But you're right. You could have pushed harder. So I'm making you part of the solution. You're going to help train pilots on intervention. When to speak, how to speak, without fear. Tyler nods. I won't let you down. Emily Davis stands next. I didn't speak up at all. I was a coward. But Mr. Williams gave me a second chance, and I'm going to spend every day earning it. A few people clap, then more, then everyone. James raises his hand. The applause stops. Here's the hard truth. Some of you will leave. You'll decide this isn't the company you signed up for. That's fine. Go. But if you stay, You stay because you believe in dignity, in equity, in making sure what happened to my daughters never happens to anyone else. He steps down from the platform, walks into the crowd, stops in front of a young black woman. Ground crew. Name tag. Angela Brooks. What's your name? Angela, sir. How long have you been with us? 2 years. Have you ever felt uncomfortable here? Unsafe? She hesitates, then nods. Sometimes. Little things, comments, looks. Tell me. Sir, I don't want to cause trouble. You're not causing trouble. I am, by not asking sooner. He pulls out his phone, opens a note. Tell me. Every detail. Angela's voice shakes, but she talks, and James listens. When she finishes, he says, Thank you for trusting me. I'm going to fix this. I believe you, she whispers. He moves through the crowd, asks more people, listens to more stories. Some cry, some are angry, some are just tired. By the time he's done, he has 17 pages of notes, 17 pages of failures, but also 17 pages of opportunities. To do better, to be better. He walks back to the platform. This is going to take time. Months, maybe years. But we're going to do it. Together. He looks at Jasmine and Nicole, standing at the back. Because my daughters deserve better, and so do all of you. The meeting ends. People leave slowly. Some stop to thank him. Some stop to thank Jasmine and Nicole. Emily hugs them both. I won't forget this. I promise. Jasmine squeezes her hand. Make sure no one else has to go through it. I will. September 2024, 6 months later. Skybridge releases its transparency report. 83 pages. Public. The numbers are damning. 73 passenger denials in 18 months. 58 of them involved people of color. 31 involved women traveling alone. 12 involved passengers with disabilities. No legitimate safety concerns. No fraudulent documentation. Just bias. The report names every director involved, every supervisor who signed off, every crew member who stayed silent. It costs Skybridge 12 clients. 4 platinum members cancel their memberships. But it gains something else. Trust. The company reaches out to every passenger who was denied. 58 people. Offers full refunds, public apologies, and compensation. $2.3 million total. Some accept, some don't. Mrs. Angela Brooks, not the employee, a different Angela Brooks, a dentist from Atlanta, was denied boarding in March 2023, told her credentials didn't look right. She accepts the apology and the compensation. Then she books another flight. This time she's greeted by name. Her bags are carried by crew who smile, really smile. Afterward, she writes a letter to James. I didn't think I'd ever fly private again. The first time broke something in me. But this time, I felt seen. I felt safe. That's worth more than the refund. James frames the letter, hangs it in his office. The Sky Equity Initiative launches in July. Every employee completes 40 hours of training. Unconscious bias, bystander intervention, de-escalation. Emily Davis leads 3 of the sessions. She tells her story. The shame, the fear, the choice she made to stay silent. I can't undo it, she tells a room full of new hires. But I can make sure you don't make the same mistake. Speak up, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. The anonymous reporting system, Safe Speak Hotline, goes live in August. Brian Mitchell runs it. 23 reports in the first month. 12 are resolved with retraining. 4 result in terminations. 7 are still under investigation. The Diversity and Inclusion Council forms in September. 9 members. Emily is one of them. So is Angela Brooks, the ground crew member. So is Nicole. She takes a part-time advisory role, helps redesign terminal spaces, makes them more accessible, more welcoming. Design isn't neutral, she says in an interview with Aviation Weekly. Every choice you make either includes people or excludes them. We chose inclusion. Jasmine stays in finance, but she consults for Skybridge on equity audits. Together, they're building something. Not perfect, but better. March 2025. 1 year after the incident, the Federal Aviation Administration releases Advisory Circular AC 120-95, Recommended Practices for Equity and Non-Discrimination in Private Aviation Services. It's not law, not yet, but it's guidance, official guidance, and it cites Skybridge by name. The Skybridge Aviation Transparency Initiative represents a model approach to identifying and correcting systemic bias in passenger services. The FAA encourages all private carriers to implement similar audit protocols and training programs. James receives the document via email. He reads it 3 times. Then he calls Jasmine. "Did you see it?" "Just now, Dad. They're using us as the example." "Not us. The work, the system." His voice cracks. "It's working." That afternoon, Aviation Weekly publishes a feature. 1 year later, how Skybridge turned crisis into industry change. The article interviews 15 other private carriers. 12 of them have adopted similar equity protocols, anonymous reporting systems, quarterly audits, bias training. 3 refuse to comment. The writer, a veteran aviation journalist named Michael Torres, doesn't mince words. Skybridge didn't just fire 2 employees, they exposed an industry-wide problem. And while some carriers resist change, others are following their lead. The question isn't whether discrimination exists in private aviation, it's whether companies have the courage to confront it. James frames that quote too. But the validation that matters most comes from somewhere else. A letter. Handwritten. Crayon. From an 8-year-old girl named Lily Turner. Her parents flew Skybridge in January. First time. They're black. They were nervous. But the crew greeted them warmly. No hesitation. No second glances. Lily's mother told her the story, about how the airline used to have problems, but they fixed them. Lily wanted to write a thank you note. "Dear Mr. Williams, my mom and dad said you made the sky fair. I want to be a pilot when I grow up. I didn't think I could before, but now I think I can. Thank you for making it so girls like me can fly. Love, Lily." James reads it during a board meeting. His voice breaks on the last line. Linda wipes her eyes. Even the directors, the ones who questioned Protocol Alpha, sit in silence. "This," James says quietly, "is why we did it. Not for press, not for awards, for her." He tapes the letter to his office wall, next to Mrs. Brooks's letter, next to the FAA directive. Reminders. The 1-year event happens on March 15th. Not a celebration. A reflection. The main hangar again. But this time it's not just employees. Passengers. Advocates. Journalists. Representatives from the NAACP, the ACLU, and the National Civil Aviation Review Board. Senator Barbara Mitchell from the Senate Transportation Committee attends via video call. "I've been following Skybridge's journey," she says. Her face fills the projection screen. "And I want to be clear. This isn't just about one company. This is about accountability, about transparency, about proving that systems can change." She pauses. "Last month, I introduced Senate Bill 1847, the Private Aviation Equity Act. It mandates annual bias audits for all private carriers operating in the United States. It creates penalties for discrimination, and it establishes a federal hotline for complaints." Applause erupts. This bill exists because of Skybridge, because James Williams didn't hide the problem. He fixed it, and then he shared how he did it. James stands, nods to the screen. Senator, thank you, but I didn't do this alone. He gestures to the stage. Emily Davis steps up, then Tyler Morgan, then Brian Mitchell, then Angela Brooks, then Jasmine and Nicole. These people did the work, James says. They told the truth. They rebuilt the systems. They made sure we didn't just talk about change. We lived it. Nicole takes the microphone. A year ago, my sister and I stood on a tarmac. We were humiliated, dismissed, made to feel like we didn't belong. Her voice is steady now, strong. But we didn't walk away. We stayed. We fought. Not just for us, for everyone who's ever been told they're not clientele. Jasmine steps forward. People ask us, would this have happened if our father wasn't the CEO? Probably not. And that's the point. Justice shouldn't depend on who your dad is. It should depend on the system being fair. She looks at the crowd. So we didn't stop at March 15th. We built systems, real systems, so the next person doesn't need a powerful parent. They just need a company with integrity. Applause. Louder this time. James takes the microphone back. We're not perfect. We still make mistakes. Last month, a passenger with a disability was asked to provide extra documentation. The crew member thought they were following protocol. They weren't. They were profiling. Silence. We caught it. We corrected it. We retrained the crew, and we updated the protocol. Because this isn't a one-time fix. It's a commitment, every day, forever. He looks at Lily Turner's letter on the wall. We do this for the 8-year-olds who want to fly, for the passengers who deserve dignity, and for the employees who deserve to work in a place that values them. He steps down. The crowd stands, not because it's over, because it's ongoing. After the event, Jasmine and Nicole walk out to the tarmac. The same Gulfstream. Tail number N7852. Someone hung a small plaque near the door. This aircraft witnessed injustice on March 15th, 2024. Now it carries change. Nicole touches the plaque. Think it'll last? The plaque? The change. Jasmine looks at the terminal, at the employees inside, at the systems they built. If we keep watching, if we keep pushing, yeah, it'll last. They climb the stairs. Inside, Tyler is running pre-flight checks. He sees them, smiles. Welcome aboard, ladies. Good to have you. Good to be here, Jasmine says. They sit. The engines hum. And for the first time in a year, Jasmine feels it. That ease. That belonging. Not because someone granted it, but because they built it. A year ago, we were told we didn't belong. Today, we helped rewrite the rules. Not just for us, for everyone. Dignity isn't negotiable. Respect isn't a favor. And change isn't a moment. It's a system. Have you ever been treated unfairly while traveling? You don't have to share names, just the feeling. And if this story reminded you that justice is possible, that systems can change when we demand it, subscribe to support more stories like this. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing. And thank you for refusing to accept less than you've earned.